I've been mourning the loss of the iPod for these many years. The iPod wasn't killed too long ago, but for all intents and purposes, it was dead quite a while ago. And I've been wanting Apple to make another iPod. And then it dawned on me just the other day. I think Apple already makes an iPod. And it's just not something that anybody's really ever talked about that I've heard, at least not in that way. So let's talk about Apple's other iPod and see what we can learn. Of course, I'm talking about the Apple Watch. Now, I have here the Apple Watch Ultra 2 with this very nice titanium band from the folks at Nomad. Link down in the description. But this is not what you need to actually have an iPod on here. What you need to actually have an iPod on here is just really a set of AirPods, and then away you can go. You may be able. I've never actually tried to connect other Bluetooth headphones to the Apple Watch. I don't know if it can be done. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be talking about the AirPods. These are the AirPods Pro 2, and I like them quite a bit. They're actually probably my favorite headphone that I use most often. They're not the best sounding headphone that I have or anything like that. Favorite headphone, though, yes. So, is the Apple Watch actually an iPod in disguise? Well, it is, and I never really tested this out until I had this thought. You can play music from your iPod. You can play from Apple Music, from YouTube Music, I believe from Spotify. Unfortunately, not from Rune or Tidal, but that's Apple Music is really what Apple intends for you to do this with. So you can play music from this thing, and all you have to do in order to make it work is take your AirPods out, stick them in your ears like thus, and then you can go to music, and you can either save stuff on the watch itself. If you have a GPS Apple Watch, you're going to have to download stuff onto the watch itself. But if you have a cellular Apple Watch, like all of the Ultra watches are cellular, then you can actually just listen as though you were streaming from cellular network like you would on your phone. But you can download these onto your watch. Watch has plenty of storage for having stuff on there. And then in order to make it work, pick a genre here, and let's go ahead and we can look at all this. Can pick the music that you want to hear from your playlists. Some Gordon Lightfoot would be nice. And then you can go here and go to AirPlay, and connects right to my AirPods as it starts to play. And honestly, it's just that easy. I mean, I've got the music going here, but then I can also back out. And because I have this set up, I have podcasts set up on here, so I can listen to the podcasts that I've been checking out. And then I have audiobooks. So loading up my Audible audiobooks. Lots of different audiobooks on there. And I can just have a player going. I can click into any of the audiobooks and listen to them right through there. I also have up here Apple Music. So the way that I have this set up is I have Shazam. So if I hear something and I want to know what it is, I can easily get to it. I have podcasts and audiobooks down on this bottom row. And then on the top row, I have the Apple Music. and then weather and my exercise rings to keep me going. Now you can also slide up this way and get to this this widget stack where you can get to stuff, or you can go to all your apps and you can scroll to get in there. Now, once you get into your music, working with it is actually pretty darn easy. I turn up the volume like this, turn down the volume like this. You can move back and forth through tracks. You can look at what's playing next. So it has just all the tracks that are in there. And everything's playing straight through my AirPods. You can set up a playlist that you download onto your watch that is just one that you will listen to on your watch, or you can access everything that is in your library or anything that Apple Music offers through the Apple Watch Music app. And it's really a lot easier than I thought it would be. I didn't try it for a long time because I didn't see the point in it. But now I do, because whereas the iPod was a single-use device, for most of its life, you could put music on it. You had a very simple interface that you would track through to get to your music. You would hit play, pause, all that kind of stuff. I have here the 2 iPods that I have left. I used to have several, but now I have, those are the 2 sort of classic style iPods. And then I have this iPod Touch, which I don't use. I think I have another one somewhere too. I have a pink one somewhere as well. But the beauty of the iPod was that it was just a single-use device. You could listen to music on it. You could listen to podcasts or anything like that on it. Eventually, they got to the iPod 5, and they put video on it. And then they got to the iPod Touch, and it was basically an iPhone without the phone. And that kind of took away from what made the iPod great in the first place, which was that, you put your headphones on, you stick them in your ears or over your ears, and you just listen to music. The Apple Watch is very similar in the sense that the screen is not big enough for you to watch video on or really do much anything else. You can go through and, track different things while you're doing it. You can look at your weather, all that kind of stuff. But the Apple Watch is not a multi-purpose device. It's an additive device to your phone, but it is now a device all by itself. I mean, the Apple Watch has been around now for 10 years, and this functionality has been around for a while. But it just got me to thinking that I've been really bummed out about how my listening experience is always interrupted by notifications, and my attention span will take me off to different places to do different things because I squirrel kind of things. But now that I've thought of the Apple Watch as an iPod, it really occurs to me that I can just go ahead and listen to anything that I want and not have to worry about carrying around my phone, not have to worry about doing any of that stuff. All I have to do is bring up what I want to listen to on my watch and put on my AirPods, and away I go. And it is, for all intents and purposes, the same kind of experience that you would get using an old school iPod. So what do you think? Do you think that Apple has actually been making an iPod all this time, and we just didn't think of it that way? Or do you still want an iPod all by itself? iPods have become popular again because people want to have uninterrupted listening. Well, turn off all the notifications on your watch and start listening to some Gordon Lightfoot, and you've got that experience right here. The barrier to entry is maybe a little bit higher because you got to have some AirPods, but it is a really good experience. And it's something that I've been using as I work around the house instead of, carrying around my phone, or I go out, I have the headphones on. When I travel now, I'm going to CES here in a few days, and I will be listening to podcasts and audiobooks and music on my watch as opposed to having my phone out so that I can not have to be so tied down with all this stuff. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you wish that Apple still made the iPod? Do you think that the Apple Watch is potentially an iPod substitute? Or do you want the old iPod back? Let's have a boisterous discussion down in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks so much for being here. Do hit the like and subscribe buttons and notify yourself when all the videos are coming out, because it's 2025 and there are going to be all kinds of videos coming. I actually have my videos scheduled out for like the next 6 weeks. So if you want to be around for those, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and select all notifications so you know when those videos are coming out. Otherwise, thanks so much for being here. My name's Jason. Until the next time, I'm out.